Hello creatures, and welcome to some Dome Keeper reviews. This time around, I'm going to take a look at some of the most popular Dome Keeper videos hanging out on YouTube right now. I figure it could be a lot of fun to take a look at some other content creators and see what their strategies are turning into, and maybe we can learn something from them. We're going to be reviewing Dangerously Funny's video. All right, literally 30 minutes later, I have a mask to enhance the feel of the reacting video that I'm doing here. Also, DF, if for some reason you're watching this video, let me know if you want me to take this down. I don't know how you feel about reaction videos. I personally really love your content, so let's see what I have to say about your I mined every block in existence and all I got was this mountain of treasure. Let's see how much treasure you end up with. I actually ended up doing a video literally yesterday, so I thought this would be perfect to start off the reaction videos. Oh, that's really unfortunate. You ended up only getting a couple of those. It's always sad. It's always sad when you only get 3 iron in the first 2 iron pockets. Oh no. So that's a modifier that you can do to extend the wave duration and make them stronger. I actually end up stacking that with faster and half health just to kind of balance out the health, but I find that ends up kind of hurting a lot. Okay, I think I accidentally had the volume down a little too low, so now you can actually hear DF a little bit in the background.
I did already find some more iron, so that's not a bad find to start, and it's
nice. Super lucky there getting the iron and cobalt spawning like that. Usually when I am doing this, I keep saying it, I've been playing a lot of prestige mode. When I see a cobalt like that, I actually immediately stop everything, leave it there, and try to look around for another cobalt to potentially set up a really good tree later on.
It's already annoying me so much that I want to upgrade my drill already. If I get my drill upgraded 4, 5, 6, 17 times, that'll be great. Probably also.
Yeah, getting your drill max upgrade really quick does help get through the map a little bit quicker. I'm hoping he's only on like a small map. It's much easier to mine out the entire area in a much smaller map. You only have to go through 3 different layers of dirt.
So my carrying capacity. So the drill only costs 4, so that's done. So we can go a little faster for a little more iron. There is also a triangle there. I'm not interested in triangles yet.
I have to say, I absolutely love DF's editors. I think he's got 2 of them. I really love their style. I would love to have the time and effort to be able to do that, or, you know, people that I could kind of dish this out to, but funds are a little bit short in all the free stuff that I'm trying to give away, so we'd have to see.
And I'm still going to mine out kind of broadly right now. I just need some drill upgrades because it's too slow to mine out every little piece so far, I think. But I already did find some more iron, so...
Oh, but you only got 3 there.
So that's actually a really good start. So I'm also just going to increase my carrying capacity because since I have the stronger drill, I'm going to just go straight down, hopefully finding stuff like...
There, see? Big YouTuber even does carrying capacity first. It's gotta be right. I don't know. Still debating on it. Debating on it between all of you and myself.
Water, but also hopefully some easier dirt to drill, but more iron. And this is really bad luck because this stuff is really exceptionally hard.
Oh no, already into brick all the way down at the bottom. DF's gonna have a rough time.
What it has to be. Okay, not a lot of iron straight down. That's okay for now. I also have a different dome. This one has like repellent on it, mostly so that monsters take longer to show up. I don't have a shield, keeping it safe though. But
oh no, he doesn't have the upgrade. So you've probably seen it in my videos, but repellent is pretty much the strongest gadget upgrade that you can have for your dome, in that you can use it to literally have the health of everyone and do continuous damage. It makes it super easy to get through a lot of waves very easily without a whole lot of upgrades. Slowing them down doesn't seem to... It's okay, but it could be better.
I can delay their wave by presumably 30%. I can slow them down in battle, and I can do whatever that is. But
delaying the wave is also very, very strong because you can use that to... I'm still upset about it. I have a recording. It's probably not making it up before this video. I have a recording where I actually beat the you asked for it difficulty. Beat it because I was bringing the relic up to the top and my dome died. But repellent is super strong and actually made it very possible for me to do that.
But let's face it, we're here for iron, which I just happened to find a rather nice deposit of. And since this dirt's easy...
Very nice. Ooh, also a little bit of insight into the playtest, because I think I can talk about it without actually showing videos on it. There is a mode coming out where you can only mine a bunch of minerals instead of fighting any waves. So that'll be a lot of fun. Videos, all of those videos are coming out shortly.
easy to mine. I will bump it a little bit on the way up, probably grabbed a little bit more than I should have, but that's just kind of the story of my life. Okay, we'll take these up since they're right here, and I already have enough for a stronger drill, so we're gonna do just that. That did cost $8, whatever they're called. Probably money well spent. We're gonna go through some of this easier stuff for a sec, hoping to get a smaller deposit of iron. That stuff is still stupidly hard for how early on we are. I really shouldn't even be mining through this, but we did find some more iron and we're tearing through it fairly quickly. I am gonna split this one into a few different loads just so I can get it to the surface quicker, and since we're here, we're just gonna kind of bump our way down just to clear it all out. If I keep my drill upgraded, I should be able to actually just kind of...
All right, I was gonna say for a minute DF was doing a really good job of doing the grid pattern, and then he decided to do the diagonal drilling. That potentially has some usefulness with the upcoming assessor. I've done some of that, but it basically doubles the amount of area that you have to dig.
kind of bulldozing my way through everything. Like when I want to go somewhere, I just go in a straight...
It's hurting me that he's doing the double wide tunnel here. I criticize myself when I accidentally do it. I think he's doing it on purpose.
Straight line to get there, and that should help clear things out. Maybe also bombs.
I get that this is literally called I mined every single block, but he mentioned it earlier. You have to get all the iron very quickly to actually upgrade your engineer, so that way it takes less time to get that done all the way.
I do enjoy bombs. So
me too.
far, this seems to be working pretty good, but it's definitely going to get harder as time goes on. Idiots are on their way, but they're so slow now, I really don't care. Because we'll just... oh, we don't have the launching ability yet. That's okay.
You must have had it on cooldown.
Okay, we can just hit him with the sword. I'll buy the launching ability next, because this dome isn't going to take a lot of abuse. So we'll...
I think it was on cooldown. You don't have to buy a launching ability for the sword.
display the dome's health meter. It's still got 90% of its health, so I don't care for now. And we're going to get more speed. My repellent is apparently ready, so... Okay, that goes off, so we have extra time before the next wave.
Oh, interesting. He's playing with keyboard. Let me know in the comments. Do you play with controller or keyboard? I personally prefer controller. Any game that lets me play with controller, I find a lot more relaxing to play that way. Even games like I played Pokemon Unite, like MOBA games, I enjoy playing with a controller.
Shows up, which means we can do a little more mining. I probably will actually buy the resource counter today too, simply because it would be cool to actually see how many resources we get out of mining the entire thing of a large map. I know there's softer dirt in here somewhere, and we did find a power. This could actually be good depending on what this is. Bulldozer our way to the top just because we can. So we do actually have a lift already, and a lift is really a good one for this because we don't have to bring materials up anymore. We bring them to the lift.
Definitely would say lift is above the condenser as far as priority.
Like this, when I happen to find a single triangle so it can work its way up, well, we work our way probably a little bit deeper. I've actually hit...
I just had a thought. I'm going to test this later, but I think I might have had a thought into how I could possibly make a much better prestige run. We'll see.
Like a bottom already. I've never seen that this shallow, so that's odd. Our elevator's still going to help, but not nearly as much as I hoped it would.
They actually just fixed this in the playtest, I think. Or actually, they might have already pushed it. But this actually goes through those floors now, so if you end up curling around, the lift is no longer useless. Thank you, devs, for being on top of that.
That's actually going to make this whole thing quite a bit harder. This dome is a little bit tentacly. This mines, we're going to have to go in all sorts of fun directions to make this work. That's fine, I guess. It wouldn't be one of my stupid ideas if we didn't run into many hiccups along the way. And I guess I'll just carry...
Personally, I love the amount of time that DF can spend on some of these games. Love some of his like auto clicker games. Just let that stuff run for months. Love watching him mess around with those.
All of this up past the elevator. Hostiles are on the way. They're stupid.
You left so many resources back there. It doesn't slow you down that much.
Whoops, I accidentally dropped one. Okay, I'm gonna buy...
You gotta press the button. I don't know how accidental that is.
The fast stab for now. That should help with these idiots. I don't know which ones to focus on here. I kind of screwed that up so bad that, well, whatever. Those guys can hit my dome. I don't care. Then again, maybe we can get them both. If I go up here... Oh, this thing just...
The turn radius on that thing is really hard before you get a couple of... The second upgrade, I think, lets you actually do a big spin.
Not of much aim yet. But I just realized how little damage you actually do to the dome, so I'm not that worried about it. And then the other resources are still making their way up. That's fine by me. I'll just keep overloading that elevator. I just don't really know where to mine now because it's such...
No, it's getting so sporadic.
Awkward dig. So for a sec, I'm basically just going to take...
You must have... Oh, I think there was a bug that turned on maze mode. There's something weird where sometimes when you turn maze mode on and then turn it off, it's still applied. I don't know if that got fixed. Don't quote me on that, but It could be that he has maze mode accidentally applied to this run.
Whatever little bit of easier digging I can find, which apparently isn't much because the game hates me today. Then again, we did just find another iron deposit already, and this one's pretty big, so the game loves me. Plus these dots.
That's how I feel about it. Sometimes the game loves you, sometimes the game hates you.
Are good digging. I'm so happy to see this. I almost don't care about the iron. Dropped the kids off at the elevator. Well, they'll
That's such a weird quote.
hopefully make their way to the surface. For now, I'm just going to wander around through this, looking for some bigger deposits, and I'll clear all this out a little bit later with my super drill. Oh, but here's more iron already, so maybe this random wandering actually is a strategy I should normally utilize, because this is working way too good. And as I raise up the elevator, I pulled a few pieces closer. We should have some money to spend. I'm going to buy Slice Improvement.
Look at all that iron just sitting there. Oh, okay. I think he's got enough for one more drill upgrade.
And then we can still buy a stronger drill. That way we can murder things and do good mining.
I think on the small map, you only need like the last 20 iron for the drill. The 30 iron was nice, but 20 is pretty much all you really need. And then you can dump the rest into other things if you really want to. But if you're fast about it, you don't need to upgrade your dome all that much.
We'll give him a thwack too. That should finish him off. Let's get rid of the bird. They don't do a lot of damage, but they do annoy the life out of me. So he's dead in one shot.
The bird's damage will stack up if they start having way more show up.
Whoops, definitely double clicked there, but we'll thwack this guy. This upgraded drill is probably going to work really well because I'm really chewing through this stuff in a hurry. I'm just going to
Nothing more satisfying than one tapping the bricks.
keep bulldozing my way around sort of randomly, because if we're one-shotting dirt, then iron's never far away, because we can also drag stuff up pretty easily. And yeah, there's also a nice iron deposit right there basically beside the elevator.
Yeah, so if you don't know about it yet and you've been playing in previous versions, if you dig out, I think you can see my mouse. If you dig out this section here and only, oh wow, this is really unlucky for him. If you only have the wall here, the unbreakable area, some people call it bedrock, other people call it wall. If you only have the wall here and no other pieces in the way, now the lift goes straight through it. You can't go through it, but now the resources can. So now it's no longer useless in these accidental spawns. Lift just got a whole lot better.
So that works out well for us. We're getting really rich really quickly. Like, there's a lot of iron sitting on the lift already. We've just deposited all this. And there's also water here. I guess we'll take that over. I don't like water as much, but it is good for upgrade.
I got my caffeine.
And there's more iron right here. So the mine is a strange shape, which is annoying. But I'm starting to find the outer edges, and actually if I go like this, I could probably drag some of this with me. That iron's going to be a floater there for a while. Then I'll carry these two back to the surface.
It always hurts having to leave one single iron behind. You have to make that second trip just for one. There's other ways to prioritize and kind of like increase your efficiency, but it always hurts.
It's somewhat manually, but I'm going to clear out some of the mine on the way up because I'm not doing a lot of that yet, but we're going to get rich enough to get the up.
I have to say, I picked up Drillbert pretty early on in my clearing everything run. Again, playlist, go check it out. I've got all kinds of Dome Keeper content. But I picked up Drillbert pretty early in my run, and that made kind of speeding it up a lot easier.
It's pretty quick. So I think
actually, considering how highly edited his video is, I actually did this relatively quickly comparably.
I'm going to finally get the resource counter. That's just important. We're going to repair the dome a little bit because it took some abuse. Pretty sure I can survive one more.
He's got the sword dome, so it's kind of a mix. This is like optimizations in prestige mode. But if you spin the iron before you spin the cobalt, you get more out of each cobalt heal, and on the sword dome you get a free 50% heal, which almost puts you to full considering the increased health.
Away with this weapon easy enough, so I'm going to get extra carry strength and speed. Plus you got more resources on the way up, so by the time I'm done this battle we can probably buy more upgrades anyway. I'm not thinking this is going to be a super hard battle because, well, obviously. Alright, and then it's back to work. The elevator still...
Oh, also something to note. With the sword, you don't have to purchase the shield upgrade that bounces the projectiles back. You can still defend from the projectiles. It's just a very small hitbox.
Slowly chugging along. There's still lots of resources there. I did also find one of these guys. I'm not really sure what to do with this thing at this point, so we're just going to set it maybe right here. That way if it does find anything, it will...
Oh no. For anyone coming here for the first time, you need to put the tree on an actual resource node. You can get 3 different resources, so water, cobalt, iron. Quick rundown for anyone who's finding this for the first time. Iron spawns every wave, so 1 iron for each 1 iron resource. Water spawns every 2 waves, and then cobalt spawns every 3 waves. So if you have, let's say, a couple of iron, a couple of water, and a couple of cobalt, Those can actually all kind of stack up on each other, but you can have at max 3 resources at a time. So if you had all iron or even just 1 iron, it could technically be taking up a slot that cobalt or water could be spawning on. So do what you will with that knowledge, kind of balance it out there. I'll have a future video depending on how much you actually want to see that. There's some information that's a little bit foggy about how the tree works.
Well, bring them to me. I'm going to carry this with me like a good luck charm.
So seeing that shows that there was at least cobalt close enough that he could have technically had a 2 cobalt tree. It's not important because he's clearing out the entire map, but if you're doing prestige mode, very important because that's how you get the multipliers and continue to heal.
And then we're going to explore a little bit the outer edge of the mine so far, and if we can find an iron deposit here on the pink stuff, it would be massive. So I just realized something really exploitable because the game crashed. So it turns out that the game crashes after you've played for a while. You tend to start right at this last wave of enemies ends. So obviously that means I can go digging around as much as I want, and if I don't find something good, I can just restart and dig in a different direction. I can basically replay the day as many times.
Yeah, so I think I know exactly what crash he's talking about. I don't want to explain it too much because it's kind of an issue and kind of breaks things, but if the game crashes, it resets you to the last wave. It's very time consuming to do it normally, and I'm pretty sure you get flagged for it in prestige mode, so don't try it. But yeah, you kind of get reset to the last wave and you can kind of use it as save. I think people call it like save scumming, but careful using it. It could end up hurting your points.
Times as I need to until I find the iron I want. That's not a strategy I'm likely to use right now, but if I have a bad day in this, I might just restart and do just that. I'm used to games.
Very technically, if you messed up and couldn't make it back to the dome, no. Even if you do this, so when it's happened to me, if you do it in the middle of a wave, it saves right there. It saves as soon as the wave starts. So when the wave starts and then when this wave ends is kind of like where it starts saving.
Crashing and all, but it's rare that it actually works to my advantage somehow. This new carry strength is fantastic too. Look at all the stuff I can carry with no slowdown. Also found a new something or other here, so we'll go ahead.
He's getting really lucky with that cobalt.
We do have blast mining that might actually come in handy, more so than the other thing will, because well, this is just straight up a bomb.
Especially since he's going for a full map clear, getting a max bomb could really help out.
And I think we can all be honest with ourselves here. Bombs are good. We're just going to bring it down a little more.
I don't know if you want to be quoted saying that.
It clears out a nice area that I don't have to mine because this stuff is super hard.
He's already starting to find the floor.
And this is also a weird mine. So instead, I'm going to set it somewhere right here because I need to get back to the surface. There's also some iron there, though. I see you, iron. Okay.
Oh, stop the greed.
I'll take a little bit of you with me.
Your timer's running out.
This is kind of nice, though, because like, it's clear. When I get to the elevator, it gives me a speed boost anyway. Definitely had some friends waiting for me at the top, which is perfectly fine because the dome can take some damage.
DF's got loads of friends up here.
All my mini triangles. Whoops. Definitely missed that. Okay, this wave is a little more intense than I thought it might be. Luckily, we're getting rich, so...
There. Right there. I don't know if you saw it. Instead of actually hurting the dome, he blocked it, probably by accident. But there's a teeny tiny hilt on the sword that you can use to block projectiles.
I'm not that worried about this. We'll just keep thwacking these guys, and then we'll shoot the airborne idiots. Okay, let's do a little bit of repair. So if we buy this one, it will repair 50% of total HP and give my dome more health. Then we just use one of these.
And side effect of that, I mentioned earlier, makes your cobalt more efficient. It's a 15% of total HP, so the more HP total you have, the bigger heal you get.
And we saw $27 left over. I didn't realize how rich we were. Stronger drill, please. And $7 left over on top.
Oh yeah, a lot of the big YouTubers don't understand what these are actually called. It's iron, water, and cobalt. Some call them squares, circle, triangle. Some call them dollars, I guess.
Top of that, I'm going to buy reflection 1. That way we can reflect projectiles back. So an even stronger drill means we can really make a mess of things. Even
it pains me very much that, oh, interesting. So I was going to say it pains me that he has the tree set up on that wall there, but it kind of looks like the tree might be going through the wall. Interesting. I've been doing so much experimenting with the tree. I initially thought that I could skip diagonally without any blocks next to it. It's a little bit iffy if it can do that. I think it might be like a downwards direction, but this is interesting. I think it's just because it's the one block. I don't expect that root system to grow much further because of the wall that's on. So he's maybe going to get an iron every couple of waves. So when it's not in any resources, you get a very slow trickle of iron.
And this stuff is one shot, and this stuff used to really be tough to mine through. So I'm just going to clear up an area like a highway, and then we'll dig back down here to take a bunch of this iron back to the elevator, and then I can get back to strip mining. I do need to kind of see what the edge is over here. I don't know if there's anything of value up here. I just want to kind of get how big I need to mine.
I don't understand why none of the YouTubers, the big YouTubers that I'm watching, like Northernlion or DF, NLDF, I don't know, they all mine in such a sporadic way. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm like one of the few people who actually wants to mine in a grid. But I am way more worried that there's like something hanging out up there in the tiny little space that he hasn't mined out.
This thing. I might leave some dark spots like that lying around because I can just drop a bomb there later pretty easily. But our drill is already so stupidly strong that like it's really quick even through this stuff. And because this iron deposit is in the brown stuff, it'll definitely be a big deposit. And then we can just bulldoze our way back to the surface because we need to clear this out eventually anyway. That stuff's still a little bit tough, but whatever. And since I have a few minutes, basically waiting for the next wave to start, I'm just going to mine randomly around for a sec to see if there's any iron, but we got to clear all this out anyway. And I did find another iron deposit rather close to the elevator, so that's just fine by me. Not sure how much iron we have at this point, but it's definitely enough for some better stuff. We can do a faster stab, that's the ejection into the sky.
Oh, interesting. So something that I would do differently here is instead of going for the harpoon upgrade, there's the bomb upgrade. If you go the bomb upgrade route, it greatly increases your stab damage in the first 2 upgrades, and then you only get that because once you get the bomb, it really increases the cooldown between shots. So I only get the first 2 in the bomb upgrade. I know that like the bomb gives you slightly more area damage, but it's only 30 points, whereas the 3 seconds in between each shot really hurts you. And as it turns out, the harpoon actually has a set amount of damage that can do. Once it does all of that damage, it's not going to do anything to the rest of the monsters behind it. So if you hit a drill with it and there's a whole bunch of ticks behind it, you're not going to do anything to those ticks. Something to keep in mind when you are building up. I don't know what kind of sword he's going to go for. We'll criticize that later.
And that'll be good enough for us to start. We got more iron on the way up, so I can afford another upgrade with that, but it's very nice to launch this quickly. Takes care of these little popcorns super quick, especially when the game's only throwing these at us. This is a nice wave because I don't have to shoot the stupid birds in the sky. Just these guys and we're done. Wish that was
when
just
you go the other route, you do more damage and it goes all the way through them. So a little bit of balance between each one. Pick your choice, really.
Quicker because I had to sit here waiting for a second to get that extra iron. But now that we got it, more speed. I think more speed also makes me more of a battering ram, so if I'm trying to choose through something, it's that much quicker. Don't know if this is really worth it, but we're going to bring this to the surface to see if there's anything there of use. Plus we got a bomb, I guess. We did get Drillbert. I've never used Drillbert, so we're going to...
Alright, DF's part of the Drillbert gang. He's pretty cool. And
try Drillbert. I'm not
NL really doesn't like Drillbert.
Pretty sure how he works. Okay, we're gonna take Drillbert and a bomb, but I'm pretty sure Drillbert just works along mining through the ground without me having to do anything, so that's just gonna be good for me. So we're just gonna go down to the
He's actually got a really good build for as far as clearing this out quickly, but because he didn't do a grid system, it will kind of reduce how effective Drillbert is.
It gets a little hard again, which is coming up anytime now. Wow, this is a bigger mine than I thought on large. Ooh, this is gonna...
Oh no, he went for large. Oh no, I did this on a small map. It's way quicker to do it that way. There are recommendations to do it on a larger map, but if you prioritize your resources correctly, you can still get through most of the map quick enough to not even really worry about having enough iron to upgrade your engineer.
It's gonna take a while. Oh, okay, but there's also... Okay, you guys go there. You guys do your thing. Enjoy. Probably gonna need to upgrade Drillbert a little bit. I'm just gonna leave all that stuff down there. There's easy digging here, so
Drillbert only just barely made it out of there.
Amongst this layer. I did find some plus another power. This will be another big deposit, but I'm really deep, so it's gonna be hard to get this stuff out. That power
guaranteed,
might also
guaranteed that's gonna be a stun laser.
Resource scan, so I'm gonna grab it and I don't know, a handful of stuff for now because it's heavy. Okay, this was a stun laser.
Yeah, called it. So the way that I knew that is he already has 2 gadgets filled up. He had the lift, and the only thing left that you can possibly fill up is the stun laser. After that, it just turns into cobalt.
I guess I won't say no to that. Then I'm going to get more carry strength in anticipation for what I need next. I got a little bit of time, so I'm probably just going to mine useless crap for a sec. At least sort of the edges, so I'm be sure not to miss anything.
I can't believe you did this on a large map.
It does go pretty quick with my super drill and speed, but we can go even quicker than this. Also, I don't really know what Drillbert's upgrades are. Okay, we're starting to get these big guys already too, so I'm definitely going to need some more damage at some point, because those are going to do lots of damage. I forgot I have this too to reflect those back. And then this
Again, you don't need that reflection. It just makes it much easier to stop these. You can even use the base hilt to stop these large blobs that are coming in, as long as they hit the hilt and not your dome. You don't have to kill it with your sword, just a note.
Pretty sure I can block, and then we'll hit him. Oh, there's actually 2 big guys. I didn't realize that, so that's annoying. Then back
At least they were stacked up on one side, though. Makes it much easier.
to my big iron deposit hiding way down here. It definitely is going to take a while to hollow all of this out, so we definitely need more speed. So I'm not going to worry about mining per sec. I'm going to worry about carrying all this. Look at our carrying capacity now, though. I should probably check on Drillbird. I think I got to wake him up once in a while.
I love some good carrying capacity. Oh, he doesn't have the turnaround yet. Yeah. Drillbird really needs both the copy upgrade and the wall turnaround to be super effective.
Let's see what the little guy has done. Very little, really. Okay, come with me. You're demoted to doing stuff down here. Actually, you go there for a sec. I gotta take these. Good luck. Got a little bit more value, so I'm just gonna mine straight up towards the surface, somewhat here, and see what we get. We found some harder digging and a very solid wall. This would be...
No. I don't know if you saw that, but he had the wall like 2 corners. Makes it really annoying.
so much easier if my elevator actually went further down. It goes
That's some interesting terrain generation.
Dark spots here that hopefully have some iron somewhere in them, so I'm going to go basically right down the middle, hoping to find whatever might be hiding, which apparently isn't a lot. I think I've been actually getting really lucky with where I've been finding the iron and how much. I'm also going to buy Long Blade 1 just to get myself
Ooh, good choice. Okay.
a little more damage for this next wave. That way when idiots come in, I can not do exactly what I'm doing and actually hurt them. Okay, that thing's got to die for sure. We're going to block all of this for a sec. That actually hit me.
I don't think his timer was up. No, he was trying to defend. So when you see the little particles popping up over here,
that thing's got
this. Oh, you can't see it because of how OBS is. This right here. Right here. There we go. There's my... You can't see my cursor. There we go. This means that you've got a diver coming in. If you don't stop them, they are going to kill you. They just do a ton of damage, and you really do need to focus them. Back more center. Good way to deal with that is to launch your stab in this second. In that second, it would have saved him
I think we're
a pretty decent chunk of health.
As bad as I thought.
You can't see his health bar because of this thing going on here.
Stun lasers got him. All right, I'm gonna take my bomb. Go find.
He needs to upgrade stab damage.
I think I'm actually gonna drop my bomb somewhere in the middle of this because this is just a big dark void in the middle of no man's land, and that's
bombs are best used in the brick area.
Whatever. I did actually find some iron, so that's huge. It's actually a really big deposit, and I just missed out.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't feel like the bomb gets slowed down based on the type of dirt or rock. So I think it does the exact same radius in bricks as it does in single hit. There it is. In single hit dirt. I think it does the exact same radius.
That before.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
I can carry all this with my super capacities. The hardest part of this is probably going to be remembering where I left Drillbert. I did find a nice iron deposit though. Okay, Drillbert doesn't go very far without some upgrades, so we're gonna let him go there.
You need to focus on some upgrades for Drillbert.
It's actually going to be useful for me. For now, we got a ton of iron to bring to the surface. Okay, back to the surface for a sec. We need to understand the drill strength of Drillbert for only $3. Sure, that's
no, the copy.
That one's only 3 and 2. Maybe one more time.
No, the copy in the wall.
For much longer before getting tired. Yep, that's a good one.
No, I do still have 23. He's got so much water and iron. Just go for the wall upgrade. It makes Drillbert a lot less micromanagey.
So I'm gonna maybe get extra carry strength, and then hopefully Drillbert.
I'm a big advocate for. I would love to see an upgrade for Drillbert where he can automatically understand that he's going without doing any drilling and drill down 1 block. So that way it's less efficient than managing it and bringing him down yourself. So it's not super overpowered, but Drillbert can be completely left alone to his own devices. I would love to see that upgrade.
Can actually make a little more progress in what he does. He tries very hard. He's just very useless. That's the kind of...
Whoa. I thought we liked Drillbert on this channel. Drillbert fanboy over here. I'd love to see a plushie of Drillbert.
The slave I like to see. You work hard, Drillbert. Yeah, I also found another iron deposit just right here beside where the other one was. With my extra carry strength, I could probably get most of this out. I can actually carry this entire deposit plus water. This feels right. This feels good. We're gonna
I have
be
not
rich.
fully
Pretty sure we were
maximized my
already
carry
reasonably rich
capacity.
Before this, we filled the dome with iron. So with $27, I'm gonna
I haven't
get more
done that
speed,
yet.
and I've got $11 left over for hopefully
Yeah, there
more
you go.
damagey upgrades. No new damage upgrades, but I think we're doing okay with what we got for now anyway. We're not exactly feeling the pain of damage. Like this wave is actually going really, really easy.
Oh,
Okay, we gotta
is
swipe
he gonna
this.
get it?
Got him.
Oh, he actually got it with the swipe. Good job.
This is just a bunch of weak idiots. Okay, I found another iron deposit sort of randomly in a dark spot.
Okay.
I'm not necessarily near
I
the edge of
appreciate
the
that he's
map,
doing a
but
lot more
that's
cutting to
iron.
get through a lot of this.
Gilbert still seems like he's
drilling.
going pretty strong. We're just gonna, I don't know, do that, and you can go down a layer while I mine directly into a new iron deposit. This is working out very strangely nicely so far. This is also a pretty big one. So we'll see if we can carry all of this at once. Might actually be able to. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, you can carry a lot with the maximized carrying capacity. It really reduces the slowdown from carrying a lot of
We
stuff.
got it. Still need a stronger drill because even in the red stuff, we're still like double hitting it to kill it, which isn't good enough for me. Okay, we once again filled the dome with garbage. I'm gonna get more drill power. I just realized I'm actually like really topped up in upgrades already. I didn't realize how quickly we did that. I'm gonna repair the dome a little bit, and I'm gonna increase my thing to long blade 2, which basically just gives us more damage.
That is an amazing upgrade. I call it the baton. It's not, probably not the right word for it, but looks kind of like one of those little wacky sticks, but super nice. He didn't explain a lot. Pretty much it reduces the slowdown of hitting each side. No, that's the previous one. It does that too, but also you can hit the ground and then bounce back. So you pretty much have no delay between each whack. Super great late and much later waves. Lets you pretty much not drop any amount of damage because the sword's damage is based off of how fast it's going. So if you are going sort of from like middle of the dome down, you're doing a lot less damage than if you're going from full swing all the way over. So speed is very important for how much damage you do.
I kind of forgot about the whole mist thing too, so I'm going to do that so the next wave gets delayed a little bit, and I'm going to add a small amount of damage to the stun laser too, just to help me out with the battle axe.
Honestly, I stopped upgrading the stun laser. I stopped picking up the stun laser. I pretty much just convert that whole thing into cobalt. What's your opinion on the stun laser, especially in prestige mode? I feel like it's a resource kind of killer. Like you don't need to use it, and the damage that does do doesn't feel the strongest. And I don't know, what's your opinion on that
aspect? And that's pretty crazy too, because I found all that stuff and I've still got more time for mining. So in hindsight, I probably should have brought the bomb with me because it could have done a lot of this for me, but here we are being stupid.
I do that so often.
Maybe look at all this iron again. This is a shallower deposit, so it's not as big, but it's still pretty big. Oh, and some water too. Why not?
There are a couple of things that are very satisfying in this game. Clearing out an entire cave for one, entire mine, and having max carrying capacity. Very satisfying because you just carry up that whole lot of iron.
With all this money, since it's not really going to be enough for a ton of stuff, I'm maybe just going to make my bomb a little bigger. That way when I bring it down, well, who doesn't like bigger bombs? Especially when I get into that hard digging. There we go. No, I have a super stabber as well. So this thing should launch pretty often and recharge pretty quickly.
I don't think it upgrades your stab damage all that much.
So it's going to be lots of good damage for us. It's going to hurt that. We're going to reflect.
Yeah, so if you had gone the opposite direction and gone for the bomb upgrade and only gotten the 2 upgrades, you would have one-shot the worm. So that's the kind of difference in what you're paying for in cooldown.
Back is you and you. Missed that one. That's fine. Whoops.
Still got whacked. It's got a lot of speed, so you could turn back over and stop.
I have a lot of agility, but I do think it hits hard. Yeah, so far, like now that I know how the reflector thing works, it really makes a big difference. We need to get rid of that guy when we get a chance, but even so, like this, we're fine. We're not really taking any damage. We're just getting annoyed by everything. Okay, I'm gonna hit the repellent, so we're gonna wait longer for that. We're gonna take our bigger bomb down, and I'm gonna try and leave it somewhere where it's gonna do big damage to things, which is hard to find these days because I don't know where the edges are.
Oh, it's all the floors.
Okay, Drillbert's into some hard stuff. Good job, Drillbert. You enjoy a bomb for a sec. I don't know what's gonna happen now.
Here, have a snack.
Perfect. And there's some iron. Good job, Drillbert. Yeah, mine wherever you want. Don't care. Drillbert
He did. I don't think he got the wall turned around, so Drillbert's just gonna fall asleep right there.
has fallen asleep, but I've got a lot of iron I need to get to the surface. Look at the next wave though. Like hasn't even. It's like 95% of the way still to go, and we're one-shotting so much of the dirt. It's great.
Didn't realize my mouse was on screen.
Get up. This was really dumb. So I'm actually just gonna leave this stuff with the elevator because it's gonna take a few minutes to absorb anyway. So good luck.
Oh, look, see,
that I can leave.
Now
and then I'm just gonna.
He got 1 iron, and that happens very infrequently when you don't have any resources, but it's still nice that it does it.
do my way through whatever I can on the way down. We're one-shotting the dirt, might as well just go for it. Also because you never know where a little iron deposit is hiding. Though down here they're pretty big, so they would be hard to miss. I do think I'm getting down to some of the very lowest stuff at this point. Like this might be the lowest point on the entire map. Yeah, we're definitely getting low because there's the cables we need to find those things. Here's one of them. We'll
Yeah,
just chew that
yeah,
up for
that
now, so
definitely
we have
means
a
you're
rough
pretty
idea
much at
where
the
it
base.
is. But we've still got some mining to do. I know there's a ton of iron hiding.
Actually, it'd be a really fun challenge to see someone try and clear out the entire map in prestige mode. You know what to do.
Here somewhere. I've been pretty lucky, but I know there's definitely also going to be a few
Even if you don't know what to do, leave a like and a comment letting me know that you want to see some sort of challenge like that.
cases where I just missed the iron by like one tile. Like this is not one tile, but we were reasonably close to this stuff. And we're pretty close to the surface again. Whoops, hopefully I don't knock those out. But whatever falls down hopefully goes back into the elevator. Where did those
Oh,
go?
that's so
Yeah,
satisfying.
we're okay. So while we're waiting for the next wave, I'm just going to chew through.
I do wish that the orbs could pick stuff up off of the tree. That would be nice. Maybe a little overpowered, but it'd be
some
nice.
of this real quick, and then we're going to buy some fun upgrades. We can do an electrified blade. How could I resist that? Because I think that's going to do pretty massive damage to anything it touches, and it's going to touch a lot of things. This a little.
So if you're sitting over there, the electrified blade actually does enough damage to kill that thing on contact. They're called the divers. So if you're just sitting over there, it will kill it on contact.
For you guys can die.
Yeah.
We are taking some damage, but I'm doing this kind of lazily.
Yeah, he took a lot of damage
that's
from
gonna
that.
work out real nice. And we're starting.
The electrified blade's also very nice against the ticks because it will kill them as they jump up into your
to get
blade.
these guys, so we're definitely going to need that extra bit of damage because they're not weak at all. They are very slow and stupid though, so there's always that. Okay,
Now, if he had the upgrade repellent, it would take off half of their health and they'd be gone instantly.
after that strange
Not instantly,
little
but very
battle,
quickly.
we're
You
gonna
get the
need a few
idea.
Repairs.
He's
We'll
got
maybe
so
upgrade
much
Gilbert
cobalt.
some more because I think
What?
he's going to do some good work for us down
Okay,
there.
he'd
with
have a
all his
really good run in prestige mode.
going to supervise him. This one's good too. When Drillbird hits a wall, he'll turn around instead of taking a nap. That sounds important.
That's so
Just
late.
gotta remember where I left the little guy. Okay, I see he's gotten himself into a bit of trouble, so we're gonna
Yeah.
put him somewhere low down where he's going through the hardest dirt possible, because that way I don't have to do it. So you
Oh my
go.
goodness.
Yeah, actually, if he goes there, he should walk back and forth for a while. And I did find another iron deposit, which is really deep. So this
I
will be
cannot
awesome.
believe that he
And
waited
take
so
a
long.
really long time to dig through. But as I'm going up and down, I will take a few more bites here and there to try and clear this out a little more. And my bomb might be ready by now also. My bomb sure is ready. The resources are all the way to the top, so they're slowly getting mulched. This stuff over here is kind of unreasonably hard to dig through. Like,
I actually have a video up on the channel right now. Hopefully I remember to put a card up, but it's probably in my playlist, where I modified these bombs to be little nuclear strikes that would just clear out an entire map in seconds. A lot of fun to do that.
the brown
If you want some more mod content, I'm working with a couple of people to see what I can do.
brick looking tiles. I'm just gonna leave the bomb there for now. We'll see what's kind of in the area. Okay, we found the edge here. There's some kind of
Ooh,
cavern
the
down
teleporter.
here. I think that's the like teleport one you can grab and use sometimes.
Yeah.
So I definitely wish I found that earlier. This blue stuff is
Mhm.
also unreasonably hard to go through. I did put a teleporter down here. I found the end thing as well, where obviously
So
got
much
some mining
cobalt to
do
bring
before we
back.
play with that, but that certainly will save me a trip next time. But we got to get back to the surface to defend our dome from idiots. So I think I'm gonna go for javelin for now, just to make this part a little
Oh, it's
easier.
called javelin.
So when I'm in
I
a
keep calling it the
stabby
harpoon.
mood, I can. Oh, that's that one. This one's good though, actually, because I can launch these rapid fire. This would be easier. And then we gotta thwack him. He's dead. We're gonna block that. We also need to thwack.
There you go.
And then we're gonna
Okay.
charge up and shoot him. The dome took some damage there, but we're gonna be okay. It's definitely gonna get harder and harder to find iron at this point, but we're definitely doing better and better. I do need to upgrade my drill maybe one more time. We
Yeah, you
can
just need to
shoot these
start cleaning
but
up
it
now.
Gets harder by the time you get deep. But now I think I want to kind of explore the edges of this little mine to see exactly what we have left to do. Also forgot I had left a teleporter down here, but that's because I'm not used to having it this round because I found it late. Okay, Drillbird
At this point, he's as far down as he can go, so he should really just be digging out the top section. You don't need any more iron, really.
Yeah, we're gonna let him go
Well,
somewhere here. Drillbird, get off my thing.
working
I'm actually
with
below the
Drillbird, you
end
wouldn't need very
teleporter
much
thing,
iron.
So I'm just hoping for a massive iron deposit hiding here. I did also find this egg. I've done this a few times. I still don't know what it does. I'm sure someone in the comments has been yelling at me for
It's how you unlock the pet.
a while. Every time I found the egg, to be fair, I haven't really held on to it for very long. Usually it's about the end of the game because it's found so deep. So this time we're probably going to have it sit in our dome for a little while. So we'll bring that to the surface. It's starting to get pretty cleared out.
Yeah, so he doesn't have any pets. What the egg does is it unlocks the pets that you can have in your dome. They don't really do anything. It's just cosmetic, but it's fun. I've got 2 of the 3, they're specific to the maps that you unlock them in.
Up top, is this thing ready to go? Oh, it is. We can actually slow that down a little bit. Then I'm going to go explore this edge of the mine to see what resources we left behind. We've probably got most of the resources that are down here, I think. I hope there's more deposits hiding, but I kind of don't at the same time. These would have been more efficient to find Drillbert earlier and also find an elevator that worked more better than mine did, but I think I've got the entire edges of this thing worked out with the exception of like this spot. Mostly because these spots are just really obnoxiously hard to dig through, so I might put Drillbert or the bomb.
Yeah, that's the thing with the large map. Every color change is an upgrade in how difficult it is to get through the ground.
On that. Drillbert's also a little lost again, so we're going to put him somewhere. He goes back and forth, so I should probably put him somewhere higher up where he can just work his way through stuff a lot. I don't really know what that's going to mean, so Drillbert, can you just go here somewhere? I'll probably have to move him around quite a bit just to make sure he stays going, but for now he's drilling.
With how he made these mines, Drillbert's not going to be very helpful.
That's all.
Drillbert's going to end up falling into the basement really quickly.
He's helping. It feels weird to start seeing these big empty pockets now. Like I'm really starting to understand just how big this map is. Finally going to take care of some of this surface brick stuff too, because it's been sitting here forever, because I didn't want to mine it because it's slow. But with my super drill, not slow anymore. Still got some time before the next wave's going to show up.
Wow.
But it's just these random floating pieces of dirt everywhere. All right, well, I'm going to start
Since I just finished a run on You Asked for a difficulty, the amount of time he has between waves is really large feeling. You ask for a difficulty, cuts it in half.
Making my way back to the surface because we got the next wave coming soon, but
Oh, and he's got the modifier that makes it take longer.
Got a little bit of time. We got lots of resources though. We're a little bit low on iron these days, but we got lots of other stuff. So I'm going to buy autonomy because I don't
That's so much water.
only cost water. I've got lots of water to spare. Then it's time for another battle. I think we're probably going to survive this one. These guys are going to be a little bit hard to hit right now. I'm going to deflect. Oh, the stun laser.
You can actually aim the javelin while it's in the air. It aims, like it'll slightly adjust how it's going.
Helped a lot with that. Got him. As long as you're using your deflector thing, it's actually pretty easy to kind of sort this out. Just try to deflect everything you can, hit whatever's close, just keep deflecting and you'll keep yourself nice and safe. Like this guy, no damage, and then we shoot him. Okay, then our bomb's gonna come in handy for us down here. We'll go check on Drillbert, but look how empty it's getting. Like we go down a long ways before we start to find dirt now. This stuff's
really
still
satisfying.
dying in one hit, so we don't need to bomb it. Some of this brick stuff over here, yeah, we need to bomb maybe this. Maybe
like I said, you can do this on any difficulty or on any map size. You still get the achievement for it.
At the bottom-ish, so we're getting close to our goal actually. So that feels pretty good because I wasn't even sure if this was possible. It seemed like a bad idea and that's why I did it. I really wish I utilized Drillbert better. But it's not like we can't use them. Like a spot like this would be good. Like if I just drop him here, he'll at least chew through some of the hard stuff for me. Fairly certain at this point we've got all the iron though. Probably most of the other resources for that matter. So
very likely.
Not much left. We'll take care of some of the hardest dirt down here, but we're actually running out of dirt to mine at this point. We've literally mined
at this
like
point it's just a
this dirt.
it's
some
just
of
a
it
stretch.
is still taking 2 hits. It would have been nice to do this in one, but I mean we've got plenty of time for all this. This pocket to the right is probably going to be the hardest spot. This is the last edge piece because look how tough it is.
Nice.
I think it dies in 4 hits from fresh though, so that's okay. But we'll take a trip upwards after this. The map is pretty big.
Yeah, he's
so
about
it's easy to
one.
forget and miss
He's about 1 drill upgrade away from having that be a normal amount of hits.
dirt along the way. Like here's a big chunk. But down to the lower right, there's nothing left. Down below, there's nothing left. I did actually find more resources, though. I didn't think there's any of this stuff left.
Surprising.
This stuff is a little bit harder to dig through again, but really not that bad for my super drill. But of course, we got to get interrupted by idiots.
So
they want to fight again.
much water.
They're
And
still
that
not putting up
cobalt
much of a
too.
fight. They will eventually, especially if I'm shooting like that. But we're doing so much damage, it's really hard for them to be able to fight us.
There
I
we
can
go.
really probably just
Good
go like
hit.
this until it's over. Like I was very lazy this entire battle, and they did take off some health, but I've got so many triangles, like it's not hard to repair this. It costs 2 of them really to repair that damage. Oh, and this thing actually grew some more iron.
You grabbed that. Like, you know that
There
that
we go. We're rich
creates
again. Yeah, I'm
iron.
getting really close to done. I didn't realize how close I was. There's still a
Like, you
little bit
already
here,
grabbed
but
it.
we're definitely running out of stuff to mine. Oh, look who fell asleep again. I just got an achievement that says thorough, so I think that means I've officially done it. So
He's
we're
done
going to
it.
take Drillbert here for a little victory lap to show you how big this place is and how
It
much
is
I've managed
massive.
to mine. But when you fly around like this, it really puts it into perspective how big it is. So the elevator went down about that far, which seemed okay in the beginning.
I'd love to see like a mini map
But considering
gadget
how
or
big and deep this
something.
place actually is,
Maybe an
I
upgrade
could
to
have
the
used a
probe
deeper
that gives you a
elevator.
mini
I
map.
would have finished this sooner. It wasn't really a particular struggle though. I thought this would actually be a lot harder. But I am playing on easy mode too, to be fair. I don't know if it'd even be possible on
Oh, okay. Well, I think I did this on easy mode
harder
too.
modes. Maybe someone better than me could answer that. But
It is possible. You just have to like really focus down.
yep, that's it. I've mined literally this entire thing. So Drillbert has enjoyed his ride. We'll bring him to the surface with us. We'll
I love that he's just flying around with Drillbert. That's so cute.
also pull on whatever one of these have not been pulled on yet. Is it you? I think they're all ready to go now, so we'll give this a pull, or bring it to the surface, I should say. Normally we're tunneling.
I will say playing on the smallest maps makes it really hard to get as many upgrades as he did. So large map made it very easy to get all the resources.
Maze. Here we don't have to do that. We just carry it basically straight up. I also don't remember what happened with that egg. I think I brought it to the surface and then forgot about it like I always do. Do these things work here? Drillbert, can you... Well, Drillbert might go for a spin. Okay, Drillbert's back down to the bottom where he belongs. That's where I found him anyway. We'll release to his natural
No, you bring Drillbert back up there with you.
habitat. Okay, I brought that to the surface. I'm
You
going to
can't
send the
put him
bomb
back,
down
but-
anyway just for fun. Drillbert should enjoy that. And then we'll pretend like we're actually going to struggle with this.
You can beat the last wave. I've done it a couple of times.
Gonna thwack that out of the air. Gonna thwack that out of the air. It is a
Is he
pretty
gonna do
intense
it?
wave at
No,
this point,
not
considering
likely.
how far in we are.
He's got so much cobalt. It would not be hard.
I could have kept going for quite a while, but what's the point? We're gonna win.
Yeah, he doesn't know that you can beat the final
She'll
wave.
wipe our way to victory. Yeah, about time you showed up. The end. We mined the whole thing. Oh, so in case you're wondering, we mined 400 resources, so that's as much as is in the
Nice.
map. We unlocked a new pet for some reason, and we destroyed.
That's what the egg does. Anyways, if you enjoyed this kind of content and you want to see more, please leave a comment down below letting me know which YouTuber you want me to review next. And I've got a couple in mind, but if you have some that I haven't taken a look at, I will be happy to give them a review. Also, if you're sticking around to the end to maybe get some more chances to win some free copies of Dome Keeper, make sure to leave a comment review down below. I hope to see all your creatures in the next one. Bye bye.